Hello everybody, welcome to Momo's Power Bytes. Today's Power Byte is going to be called Changing Your Crowd. I've gotten a lot of letters about, saying that there's people out there that are hanging out with a group of people that, they consider to be their friends or so-called friends. There's differences in opinions, differences in goals. At some points, you hit that thing. Damn, I'm not going anywhere. Nobody wants to do anything but just hang around and drink or do whatever it is they're doing, but it doesn't really interest you anymore, but you're part of that crowd. You're used to this crowd. The problem is when you're used to something, you keep going back to it. And then pulling out of it, then you fear, oh my God, I'm gonna lose respect. I'm gonna be out of the crowd. I'm gonna be alone. I'm gonna have nobody to hang out with. But as they say, you are what you eat. And let me assure you that like the breaking of any relationship, it is always either a little heart-wrenching, there's always questions, but that's okay. But I assure you, if you remember any time that something like this has happened to you in the past, and now that it's gone, don't you feel better? Hell yes, you do. So this is what I'm talking about. If you really want to feel good, you got to feel good about yourself. You can't be with anybody else unless you feel good about yourself, because if you don't, whatever it is you don't feel good about, it becomes the person you're with's problem because they're the crutch that comes in that you lean on because you haven't figured out what you want and you're looking for that missing piece. That will never work. That breaks stability. Cannot work. What you got to do is go out there and feel good about yourself. So when you're hanging out with that crowd, that's not doing it for you anymore. With all due respect, I always like to say, if they're not crying at your funeral, get rid of them right now. It's our 24 hours, we own them. We are leasing ourselves out to people, to humanity. There are ours, our time, our beating heart, and our breath that we all share on the same air that lives on this earth. So, what are we gonna do about it? Do the right thing. You are better off by yourself, honing your craft and honing yourself, seeking that information that will bring you a new crowd. The new crowd is not a point of dumping your own crowd and say, look what I have become. But if you aspire to be something, then you gotta go out and get it and not be held back like a ball and chain, okay, by people that are labeled as friends. These people influence our decisions. Remember, it only hurts for a very little while. And you will look back at this and you will say, oof, I can't believe that I used to go through this. Don't be afraid. It's really not gonna hurt. You know why? Because it's your life. If it's not cutting it for you, cut. You're better off alone, honing your shit, and make it happen. You've been watching Momo's Power Bytes, and peace out. Power Bytes.